Hi folks, Kara Stern here, resident educator at Smore, here to share a template with you. So spring is here finally, and some folks are returning from spring break, some are just heading into spring break. In the meantime, city by city, district by district, state by state, students are returning to face-to-face learning in the classroom. So exciting, but also plenty of challenges in there. And so as we return after this year of a crash course in educational technology and Zoom, what does the future look like for EdTech in the classroom? What are the tools that we want to hang on to? What do we want to keep using as we move forward? So that's what this template is about, and let me show you a little bit about what's in here. So first of all, just this issue that I was raising of the philosophy that we want to think about moving forward. What is the value proposition for EdTech tools in the classroom? Now that we've learned what we've learned over the past year, what is it that we want to bring from that back into our classroom practices? So these are two really interesting articles that look at this from different perspectives. Okay, let's talk a little bit about concurrent teaching. Lots of folks are going to be teaching students right in front of them, but lots of folks are also going to be teaching kids at home at the same time. That is super challenging. Wow, hats off to those of you who are doing that. I know it's really hard. So I really liked this article from Schoology that talks about the challenges of hybrid learning, but also offers some great solutions to some of the common problems that people are encountering, teachers are encountering. And this podcast, the Education Duct Tape podcast, basically anything you want to know about tech tools for the classroom you can find in this podcast. And I had the great fortune to interview its host, Jake Miller, for our YouTube series, Snack Size PD, and he's doing concurrent teaching right now in his 8th grade science class, and he talked about some of the challenges and offers some advice for teachers who are similarly teaching students in the room and students at home at the same time. Now, people have been using all different kinds of tools for the past year. Which are the best? Edutopia, one of my favorite resources, has this great article about the teacher picks for best tech tool for teaching and learning from pre-K through 12th grade. Totally worth a look. And then again, 2 articles that are really thinking about how education has changed and how it's changed in certain ways for the better. And what it means as we think about educating students for their futures. What have we learned? How can we apply it? And how can we apply it to grow as users of technology, as teachers of technology, as people who are shepherding students through to understanding their world. These are really 2 very different kind of perspectives. This is from education leaders in the US, and this is from Australia and New Zealand. And I thought it was a really interesting piece because it does offer some different kinds of perspectives that are useful to think about as other countries have grappled with these same kinds of questions. So that's it for this template. If you are interested in accessing it, you can find it on the Smore website. www.smore.com, on the Remote Learning Template Center, and in our Educators Hive. So thank you so much for all that you are doing out there. Happy spring and good teaching.